I'm coming. Sorry, hold on for a second. Just a second to plug in my microphone. Yeah. Okay, before I get started. Yeah. So, families, the highly anticipated session is here. Just to say this before we get started, we've been expecting Damiba. We miss Damiba so much. Me personally, I've missed that face. those muzzles, I've missed those Damiba's muzzles. Oh my goodness. Like, when the news got out that Damiba has been extradited. Now, first of all, the extradition was not the first thing. Oh my God, this is getting interesting. The extradition of Damiba was not the main catch. It was the rumor that Damiba was initially arrested. But just because on the social media right now, a lot of lies are being told. Number one, the first dangerous lie that is flying out there is that the people that are trying to win the social media warfare are now posting AI generated image and videos to confuse a lot of people and to discredit people at large. So when you see information currently, you have to wait a minute and look at it with 72 eyes. Probably call your guys and, ask them about the situation. So I did not even think about it when they said that Damiba was arrested. Now we got information that after Lieutenant Colonel Henri Sandaogo Damiba, I like to call the complete name, after he was arrested, and he was repatriated. Before he was repatriated, because he had to face trial at the Togolese appeal court. Now, Damiba and his accomplices, he definitely had people inside Togo. You can't pull that level of stunt without having supporters even within Togo. Let's be honest with that. According to what we heard from anonymous sources that were, no credibility, but, out of rumors, because this information of the extradition came as a rumor before it became fact. They said there were some people that were trying to pull the plug, that they were doing everything just to make sure that they rescue Damiba, like he come out of. They were thinking it was just common arrests. So we have to understand some things. Okay, Damiba was arrested. Yes, they extradited him. Now he has been handed over to the right authority. Thank you so much, brother from Sierra Leone. Salute to you. Shout out to the Sierra Leoneans. You guys are great people. But we have a problem with Julius Madabio, but that is not its story for today, actually. But let's move forward. So, Damiba was absolutely repatriated on demand. A lot of people, the whole world was calling for Damiba. It wasn't just one person, the entire world was calling for Damiba. And one of the things that I won't lie to you, I did not believe that anybody from ECOWAS would have released Damiba to Burkina Faso. Even though, this is Africa. And if you look at the level of treachery right now and corruption and subservience to who, you wouldn't believe that. When I heard the news, I was like, is this possible? So, and now to spoil the whole case for Damiba, the younger brother of Alassane Ouattara in Ivory Coast made a statement yesterday, and man, Damiba is in a different level of mess entirely right now. He said, how can you trust an individual that betrayed this nation? Don't get caught in this life. Whatever happens in this life, don't be a Damiba. Whatever, don't end like Damiba. Now, the bad aspect of it is that you as Damiba, right? By the time you are looking at those Burkinabes that are coming to get you, everybody will be looking at themselves like this. It is only Damiba that knows that feeling. When people are saying you are going home for money laundering charges, right? And they said somehow destabilization, they did not state it properly. But majorly, Damiba is going back to Burkina Faso on money laundering charges. First of all, I think that was a properly thought out case against Damiba. Because if we are to look at it from the legal standpoint, it would have been difficult to get Damiba out of Togo based on the coup d'etat. Because if you are to look at it from the legal standpoint, the argument will still be, what evidence do you have that Damiba was linked to it? Okay, they were mentioning Damiba's name. Was he there? Like, so I was like, how are they going to get this guy? So getting him from the standpoint of money laundering was the best shot. And the fact is that as a corrupt African leader, there is no way anybody will want to get you from corruption. They will get it's very, very obvious. And ladies and gentlemen, now there is a clause to it that Damiba will not be sentenced to death. Let me tell you, let me now explain very, very well to the people that does not understand that clause right now. That means the minimum that Damiba can get, the maximum is a death sentence. It has been cut out, right? The minimum he can get is a life imprisonment. Let's first of all start. See, if you want to start the bar, you don't start from, you start from life imprisonment. That is the bar for Damiba. Now, don't get it twisted. This is the law, right? The law has in and out to it. So, I'm so happy right now. I don't even know what I'm doing, right? So now, this is where the story begins. Because Togo claimed that don't sentence it. Look, let me tell you what Togo did here. Togo is like, collect your property. We are not part of this. We are not ready to be part of this. I'm telling you that's what it means. I can even categorically tell you that this extradition, Togo was heavily involved in this extradition. Everybody wants Damiba in Burkina Faso. I'm telling you, even the Togolese want Damiba in Burkina Faso. No, they don't only, it's not just to save face. I can tell you that it's not just to save, it's not to save face, right? If it's to save face, there are several, look, the way the whole thing looked like, let me tell you what I felt, right? Burkinabes are smart. The way they got him out of Togo, very, very smart. Smart, right? You have to be smart to build up that calculus to get Damiba out of Togo, because it was in asylum in Togo, and there are some laws that govern his stay there. You can't just get him out like that. Based on, everything. He was even chatting, not on the application that the Zangi app and all of that. He could see, Damiba would have thrown every evidence out of the window. And I can tell you, the day he heard that coup was already forged, I said it several times on this platform. I said, Damiba can no longer do anything in peace. I'm telling you. I have said this countless times. So, but Damiba felt like he was bulletproof. Maybe he felt like he was a god, with those muscles in his side cheek. So, like, if Damiba was wise, the moment he had Jack, I felt like one country he could have gone to, probably Algeria. No level of international law, Algeria would not release him. Those guys don't have that shame like that. They would not release it, right? But the Togolese, they were going to give him up. The pressure. See, let me tell you something. The way people talk on internet, politicians are human beings like you and I. Politicians, they are like us. They are on the internet too. They check information, they check news. And let me tell you something. People are calling your name. There is a way it touches you differently. So I'm telling you that Togo was in the whole build-up that, look, let's use this, let's use this type of, let's build up this momentum. Let's build it like this. Let's build this case like this. Let's organize it like this. So they got him from the money. See, it's very, very difficult for any African leader from the past to escape money laundering. Is very, very difficult. And it is the same framework. If the people that control them want to use them, they get them from the money laundering perspective. So very, very sharp points to get Damiba. Now, here is where the story is. See, look. Here is where the pressure comes in. You see, the moment Damiba knew that, look, these guys are going to give me up to the Burkinabes. Imagine, let's say I'm Damiba now, right? And I'm seeing some group of Burkinabes that are ready to pick me up under heavy security and whatever. And they are telling me that I'm going back to Burkina Faso on money laundering. But in my mind, I know that I'm not going to Burkina. I know that money laundering is not the reason why I'm going back. The money laundering is not the reason, right? But now, based on the provisions of the law, governing all these issues, right? The provisions is that you don't, listen very well, you cannot sentence him to death based on money laundering. So Damiba and his group and his cohorts will now face another case when he gets to Burkina Faso. So Damiba has not seen anything right now. See, they have not charged Damiba based on the coup d'etat. Damiba was repatriated from Togo based on money laundering charges. And under the provision of the law, that has ticked all the boxes to bring Damiba back to his homeland. Now that Damiba has gotten to his homeland, he will now be made to dance to several tunes. In fact, we will need a DJ in this situation. Because let me not lie to you. Even the coup plotters, the ones that have been caught, will be happy to see Damiba. Imagine when Oga is here. You know that kind of situation. So it will be very, very diabolic. Because Damiba will now start providing us the legitimate intel. Look, this intels will not just come. It will not come. So, oh my God. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people, you really, really don't know the gravity of what Damiba just found himself. Right? Damiba is, see, this case, this coup has ended as it is. Because under intense pressure, Damiba will provide the name of every single human being on the planet that was involved in this coup d'etat. See, did you listen to the confession of those that were confessing before the camera? Oh, now the one that will be worse is Damiba's confession. So, like families, we have not even started. Now, Damiba's confession will be more than 30 minutes. Because I'm telling you, they will tell him to talk about Mr. Sakande. You see, the most disgraceful aspect is everybody now that are covertly involved, Damiba will now, because I'm telling you, there are several ways of bringing the truth out of elements like Damiba. In fact, he will not want to go down alone. Damiba will, In fact, Damiba will mention, I'm telling you, a lot of scrambling. Burkina Faso now should tighten their security. Anyone that wants to travel right now from Burkina Faso, they have to really, really investigate that traveling. I'm telling you, anyone that wants to leave Burkina Faso right now should be properly investigated. Because I'm telling you, male or female, because we've seen that even females are involved. Because now that Burkina Faso is coming in, a lot of people will be scampering for safety. Because I want to critically believe that some people have not been caught. And I was looking at it that the only person that can, turn on the lights on this case is Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. So now Damiba will know that his face is not stronger than that of Traoré. See, look, Traoré has different facial, different facial morphology. Have you seen Traoré when it's really, really about business before? There was a video I dropped on our Telegram channel where he was talking about the men of the Burkinabean forces preparing for an high-intensity warfare. I'm not even sure he will see Traoré. And a lot of people think this is a joke, right? A lot of people, they are taking the case of Damiba as if it's a joke. A lot of people think we are playing. And you see, I am laughing because, because my heart right now, thank you so much for the donation by design. Thank you so much. I am laughing right now because, I have no atom of pity for Sandaogo Damiba. I have no ounce of pity for this man, because imagine you are the father and the mother of Ibrahim Traoré. Thank you so much, brother. Love you from Liberia. Shout out to the people from Liberia. This is why we do this, because we want a lot of Africans, wherever they are, to start building up this momentum and start building up the spirit. We want a lot of Africans from wherever to join this movement. Africa uniting is not about the leaders uniting. It's about us uniting. It's not about no leader signing any agreement. It's about us uniting. It's about us liking each other and embracing each other. Speaking for the interest of each other. So that's what it's about. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. So that's why I appreciate everyone that understands the struggle. So now let's go. So now that Damiba is in Burkina Faso, so like as I was saying, that a lot of people don't understand until you put yourself in the shoes of the parents, the brothers, the sisters, the cousins of Ibrahim Traoré, and you are listening to a man from God knows where saying that, you have to take off the head. Cut off the head. You were hearing cut off as if, look, there is this particular Kuli Diata. I don't know why these names are just, Sakande is in my brain. Kuli Diata is in my name. Like all of them, right? Sakande is a real, that one is something else entirely. Is it Alaji or Afar that they call them? You see this Kuli Diata, right? His own crime is very, in fact, it's even more, I don't know who is topping the bar between him and Damiba. What Kuli Diata was intending to do was diabolic. When the drone units, they are on their goggles and they are looking like they are there on the front line, you take their head like, man. So to be honest with you, like they need to dance to the tune of this particular issue completely. So for those people that are thinking that Damiba cannot be sentenced to death and all of that, that you cannot be sure of, that you cannot guarantee, that you cannot ascertain that, yeah, because You cannot sentence him to death based on money laundering. That is what it's about. Right? But when he gets to Burkina Faso, that's a different territory entirely. On money laundering, have you heard that, okay, you are sentenced to so number of, based on so counts. And they will now start saying on so you get 20 years, on so you get 25 years, on so you get 100 years. And before you calculate everything, you know, and you add it and subtract whatever, maybe you subtract your PT from, you know, it will never be able to see the sun. So this is a very, very serious issue, because now it will now have to face Burkina Faso. It will have to face the judicial system of Burkina Faso. You see, the man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work from Africa, Americans. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Damiba will now have to face a different kettle of fish entirely. And, you know, the way Burkina Faso functions, right? If you don't really understand, the voice of men are the voice of God. Not to now talk of the way things work around Burkina Faso, where the government is so open to the people. So this call, the Burkinabe people want Damiba so bad. This is not even about, it's not, see, what I have understood about Burkina Faso is not about a single person. It's about the people themselves. Who is King David, please? So, you know, the thing is, it is the Burkinabe that wants Damiba. So there was no way on earth that Damiba would have escaped. And let me tell you something. I am not even sure that Damiba was arrested in his apartment. That is how things work. There is a possibility that wherever Damiba enters, the people of Togo were monitoring him black and blue. And there is another possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, there is another possibility that there were people on the ground monitoring every step he is taking before he was arrested. While the processing was going on, there is a possibility that there were people monitoring every step he was taking, just to make sure he doesn't escape from the country. So it might not even be that Damiba was not, you know, trying to escape. Togo was fully aware. Even, look, to be honest with you, the dogs were aware. The roaches were aware. Oh, the King David was part of Damiba's crew in Ghana. Look, the truth is this, right? See, there are some, Damiba will clarify, Damiba will overstate, Damiba will not, Damiba will make, Damiba is the guy that is going to, is the final piece to the jigsaw. There might even be people that are more dangerous than this King David. Damiba will fish them out. Like this current operation in Burkina Faso today that happened at the Nazinga Forest Reserve, right? The Burkinabe Forest Guard, the Burkinabe CNEC, the Burkinabe VDP, they fell on those guys heavily. Recovered everything. There was one PKM rifle and there was a AK-47 rifle, right, of different variation. They took everything from those guys. Okay. They took everything from those guys. Damiba is not going down alone. Damiba knows that this is the end. So as Damiba is going down, we need some professional South player to be playing South for us as they are judging Damiba. Because I'm not I'm not going to lie to you. This is the best information I have seen in a while right now. Oh, shout out to you, brother, from Bahamas. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. So this is the best information I've come across in a very, very long period of time. You know, all eyes on Damiba. All eyes on Damiba. You know, even I don't only want to hear, you know, I mean, do you know how disrespectful it's going to be? Like everybody that, you know, used to be like, oh, you know, that used to give you this stuff when you were in Burkina Faso back in the time, like they're going to, like Damiba is now going to be the most ordinary person in Burkina Faso right now. The most ordinary. No, see, look, brother, look, brother, look. It's not like you should hope that Damiba gets a life imprisonment. That is out of the context. That is the minimum. That is the minimum Damiba will get. The minimum is life imprisonment. They said they cannot sentence him to death, right? Meaning they knew that already on corruption. See, Damiba probably had a well-documented account of corruption before. These people were ruling with so much impunity. See, look, based on the corruption charges alone, Damiba is a legitimate, you know, prisoner for life. Okay, but based on this coup d'etat, look, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the live. You know, based look, is Damiba, look, I will be searching. Look, I will by beam right now will be on Burkina Faso official channel. Once Damiba release his own, you know, side of the story, we'll be bringing it to the we'll convert it almost immediately. I will convert it almost immediately. We want to listen to him. And for those people that think that Damiba will not tell the world his side of the story, let me just tell you something right now, right? Very, very, very hard labor. Yes. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Let me tell you this, right? You see, Damiba, go on. You see, do you think it's normal for Kuli Diata to confess? See, let's talk to ourselves as Africans. Do you think a criminal will tell you what his intentions were? Like how he was planning to carry out everything. There is a thing as I wanted to do this, right? I was paid to do this. You understand? There is a thing as I was paid to carry out a coup. That's different. Okay, I was paid to launch an attack on so that's different. But when you start saying my own role is to remove the cranium of this person, to decapitate this person, that means that you are speaking the real truth, and you don't speak those level of truth under normal circumstances. You speak those you speak those deeper level truths. A lot of people won't understand. So if you think Damiba is going to hold back the name of anyone, you better think again. This is Burkina Faso. If you think that Damiba is going to be able to hide any detail, so the people that probably eliminated that woman, that former politician, they should probably go and think again. Yeah, the charge is probably treason. Look, those charges are the Togolese charges. The initial charges that led to his extradition, they are Togolese, provisions. When he gets to Burkina Faso right now, he will now have to face the Burkinabe judicial system. he will now have to answer his questions. He will make confessions. Damiba will have to make confessions that, okay, oh, this was my role. This was the reason why I wanted, this was the reason why I wanted these guys to shoot Traoré from point blank. Damiba knows he is a gunner. Thank you very much, brother. Damiba will have to, see, there is a lot of confession that Damiba has to make, okay? Damiba has to tell us why he said, okay, if the person to get him from point blank and smaller crimes, thank you very much, they will now, see, when Damiba gets to Burkina Faso, everything will be upgraded. That is why I'm telling you that, see, look, we have to understand the calculus of this thing. There is no way you would have been able to extradite Damiba based on the coup d'etat. Because everything is, I met, he said, this is the audio, everything can be denied. But there is something in Yoruba language that they say, Ojukoro, yeah. When Damiba sees his boys and his boys see him, I'm talking about the people he sent to go and carry out the coup d'etat, right? Once they see themselves, I'm telling you, the voice will not be able to deny at that point anymore. And Damiba will speak. I'm telling you, Damiba will speak. This is Africa. This is not Europe or America. This is not Europe where they give you biscuits too. This is not where they tell you, you know, you're like, see, African confession, they will be singing like birds. Thank you. African confession is different though. Damiba, you thank God that it's not Nigeria. Like, I'm telling you, if it was Nigeria, there are people that will probably start beating him from inside out. There are people that will probably start modeling him from Togo before he gets to Nigeria. Like, he should thank God. He should thank God. Hey? See, you don't do things like this and, you know, you don't do things like this and expect the consequence to be just meager. No. I said that the moment that coup failed, that was it for Damiba. That was the end of the story. It's finished. Thank you. Damiba is finished. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining, Deadly. I see you. The moment that coup failed, I was like, man. And I'm telling you, the Burkinabe intelligence, those guys are smart. A lot of people are talking about Pegasus. What the Burkinabe intelligence uses is far greater than Pegasus, bro. These guys monitored every detail. They were using Zangi. Do you think the people that were working with Damiba, do you think that they actually felt, do you think those people were not smart? Damiba was not working alone. Damiba was probably working with people that were even, like, everything was properly encrypted. But the Burkinabe intelligence, they were cracking and breaking everything. They had to monitor them carefully. And I'm telling you, even if they were to go with the terror from the coup d'etat perspective, they had Damiba like this. So bringing him to Burkina Faso is probably to shed more light. Who are the, now we might even end up seeing people we don't expect. It will be, Damiba's confession will be shocking. And let me tell you something, Damiba cannot incriminate anybody that is not involved. Like I said, this is Africa. It's different. Damiba will not be able, you know, things like this, you know, if it's just ordinary, you names of people that are not even involved might be mentioned out of anger. But people are already on the run. I'm telling you, that's why I said the people, even the Burkinabes have to start double checking the people that are leaving Burkina Faso right now. So, you know, and let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. This is Africa, I repeat. The fact that Damiba was not smart enough to leave Togo before the 16th, immediately after the coup failed, the fact that he did not escape means that there were some forces beyond conventional that actually made him to be so confident to remain in Togo till this point. I'm telling you, you might think these things are, you know, you might just believe that maybe I'm probably speaking out of the blue. Ibrahim Traoré is loved by everybody. Ibrahim Traoré is loved by everybody. Do you know that human beings, right? We work with energy. Do you know that the fact that a lot of people were even angry with Damiba alone, Damiba will probably not be able to sleep properly at night. Burkina Faso intelligence is top notch. Those guys are properly trained. God. And the level of diligence. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The level of diligence of these people is on a whole different level. Now, let me tell you this. They said the Zangi, they said there was a particular drone base they mentioned, right? Let's not deceive ourselves, right? There was this thing I got from Western channels that if they have hit that base, that it would have been difficult for Burkina Faso to respond. That's a lie. That is a lie. In fact, from the information we gathered, hitting that base would have been the fastest way to expose the coup plotters. Damiba will see. Do you know that you are not talking about the people in Burkina Faso alone? Damiba was wanted by almost the entire continent. There is no part of Africa, even in Madagascar, right? They know about Traoré. So now imagine the sum total. No, let's not even go to the total. Let's go to the average number of Africans that wanted Damiba. Look, if 100 guys, if 100 people are looking for you, do you know the level of pressure you will be facing? 100! When I hear people talk about people are looking, like if 100 men are looking for you, do you know the level of pressure? Talk less of the whole Burkina Faso, like let's say 80% of Burkina Faso is looking for Damiba. That's terrible. That's a terrible mental state to be in. For those that don't understand. Like they declare you wanted. Half of the world was searching for Damiba. Like I said something, I told my friend, I said, if you resemble Damiba right now, it's not even safe for you. Like you resemble that guy right now, it's not safe at all. So I'm telling you, like a lot of people are covertly working for the AES as intelligence. I'm telling you, the intelligence network of the AES is somehow very, very funny but effective. Do you know that there are people that will report it to the AES authorities in a breath? A lot of people don't understand these things, right? There are people that will report you to the AES authority in a breath if you get out of line. I know some. They will report it to the AES authority before you know, they already know about you. Apart from how meticulous their intelligence agency work. You think, okay, if their intelligence agency was not so on top of their game, 10 toes, you look at how many coup d'etat have been, you know, crushed. So it's shocking sometimes when you hear some narrative, the fact that the closest people to Ibrahim Traoré were offered the last coup d'etat. Imagine the amount of money that was offered to those guys and they rejected it. That's honor to the very end. That's the highest level of integrity. I say, if you resemble Damiba right now, you probably will barb your beard. And maybe you'll be unfortunate when you barb the beard, you resemble him the more. You will now probably be wearing face cap. No, 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 no. A lot of people love the AES. I'm telling you, a lot of people love the AES. And it's not just yeah, thank you very much. One thing is that the most beautiful part of this whole thing is that the key player has been arrested. No matter who you arrest in this conspiracy, even if they had caught, you know, if they had caught the King David or whoever they call him in Ivory Coast, right? In Ghana, right? It would not have even made any catching Damiba. That's the main key. Taking Damiba off the picture, right? It leaves us with two people that can actually make any type of significant threat. And one of them, I feel like, is two of them, right? I feel like Kabore is not really. I feel like Blaise Compaore is too old at this point. He can't do that. Damiba was the biggest threat out there. And the Togolese just made the job easier. Like they served Damiba on the plate. Damiba now will have to lay eggs because everybody is hungry. Thank you very much. That's the thing. You see, the moment people are being bought, they don't know that they become assets. The people that want to buy you, they just feel like, oh man, this guy has some qualities, right? Now, your quality is valuable when it has honor, right? When it has some integrity with it. That's when it's valuable. Even to the last breath, to the very end. The fact that they cannot buy that quality, it cannot be priced. It makes it even more painful to the people that maybe probably do anything to you. But the moment they can buy it, that particular entity is already useless. You are now an asset. And once you become an asset, it places you in a whole different place entirely. Being an asset means that, oh, anything that happens to you, you've been paid, like, forget it. The moment, thank you very much, it devalues everything. The moment the coup failed, the people that sent Damiba will probably, man, he's been compromised, man. Let's give up on this fool. He has been compromised. That was what happened to Damiba. The fact that the younger brother of Alassane Ouattara said, how can you trust somebody that can betray his country? It means that Damiba was not even trusted by anybody. And if you look at the way Damiba carried out that coup, families, it was, man, catching Damiba is very, very important, families. Because Damiba was playing games. Damiba was not even open. He messaged this person, give this person a different type of instruction. Call this person, give this person a different type of instruction. They did not even know themselves. Nobody knew nobody. The only person that can articulate all the bones is Damiba. So Sandaogo Bones is now going to be in Burkina Faso to articulate all the joints. Exactly. And I can tell you, some people whose name I won't mention, right? Some nation, right? Because I discovered that once I mentioned their name, right? They kind of bastardized the video. So I won't mention their name right now, but some people were involved in this coup d'etat. They were involved in the coup. They played their role financially. And I'm telling you, this old money that they said was used for this coup d'etat, you know, it's actually probably not the amount. I'm telling you, some part of that money was stolen, right? It was what Damiba felt like, okay, these people were worth. That was how much he gave to them. Damiba probably felt like those people were not more than what he gave them. 70 million CFA franc. Even as a leader, that was how he governed. Thank you so much, brother. That was how he governed. He governed people, looking at the people as if they were nothing. You know? So now, God. So Damiba now landing in Burkina Faso is like a nuclear weapon dropping. Damiba landing in Burkina Faso now is like a nuclear bomb landing. Because now you will see some people sweating, even when the weather is not hot. You will just see some people will just start complaining. What is going on? Like, you'll be asking, like, what's the problem? What's the problem? Everywhere is Delta Hotel, but no. Even the Delta is not, there's no hotel in their own Delta. It's because they've been, the rat is out of the bag. And the wolf hunters are ready. Imagine they were hunting for a wolf. A rat came out of the bag. So I'm so happy right now that look, in fact, I could not sleep properly. At home here, we've been celebrating ever since we got the intel that Damiba got caught. Immediately I heard the information, right? I didn't want to talk about it because that was a heavy level of information to drop. So I was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to critically wait and see. So I kind of, a day to the day the official news came, I kind of dropped it a little bit. I didn't want to come out for and say, Damiba has been captured. I was like, I heard a rumor that it's very, very, it's somehow like they've captured Damiba. And now when I heard that he has been captured, I was like, God damn it, man. So now Damiba will now eat some type of food he has never eaten before. Kai, they will now give him the last respect. I wish I was a police officer that would be guarding someone like Damiba. When I wake up every morning, I will give him the final salute that my hand will not go back. My hand will not go back to my side. Like, for even having that type of plan. Kai, let me tell you something. Damiba was just an asset. Whoever thinks Damiba was an asset is thinking straight. I'm telling you. The fact that they wanted Traoré out of the way points to one country and one country alone. Thank you very much. That's the country. Van Nestor, that's the country. Right there. That's the country. That's the country that... Look, the fact that they wanted Traoré out of the way, that's the country right there. Damiba alone, right, cannot be that violent to that level. The fact that these people, they did not see anything. There was no way they could infiltrate the integrity of Traoré. They did not find any loopholes. And that's the thing. When they see that, okay, it's not possible for us to buy you, then you become a threat. And what do they do with threats? And look, this is not the first time they're having this problem. Remember the lies of General Langley, right? You remember that very famous lie? That lie was from the script of Saddam Hussein. Very close. It was from that, conclave of lies. was using his gold, the gold of the people to protect, Man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And it is not enough for us to just go without talking about the formidable people of Burkina Faso. The way they woke up that night, I was seeing old men. They were talking like, I was like, man, women were cleaning. So for anybody to say Burkina Faso is not working, that person needs to get a very huge slap, go back to sleep, and try to wake up again, because the brain of that person is not properly set up. For people to wake up at that time, they are not waking because their whole life is under threat. They are waking up because the life of one man. Oh man, you cannot understand the gravity of what I'm saying. For everybody in a country, because what I saw, if you calculate the population of the people, this did not only happen in Ouagadougou, it happened in Bobo de la So, right? And probably several other places. So for you to say that, oh, there is an internal whatever in Burkina Faso, before it all started, it was the people themselves. It was the people that fought to stand still. And the people are fighting every moment to make sure that Traoré remains there. When Duma Boko of Botswana said something that, look, I'm not going to lie about this. The people of Burkina Faso, if I have to, I won't lie to you. If you have to look at reputation of people, if you look at reputation, like honor, integrity, and this equally goes to the way they fight. If you look at most of the time on the battlefield, these guys, sorry. I promised I was going to add a video to my video. Probably after this live, the next video I'm going to make, I'm going to add it to it. These guys are going to the front line and they know that, okay, the possibility of coming back is very, very slim from this particular mission. Probably from maybe an IED on the ground. And they will still say that, okay, they are going to go through it. There was a particular Burkinabe that was given an award recently, a VDP. His ears and his eyes, he lost everything. Like, he got impaired, the vision, he couldn't see anything again, but fought to the very last. He's alive, right? It shows you how much these people are ready to sacrifice for their homeland. These people love their country. And it means they love themselves. So before people even support you, you have to have the integrity and the capability to be supported. So the whole thing that I'm now hearing, people are now coming from God knows where, from the blue, from out of no. I respect the Burkinabe people personally. See, you cannot get, a lizard cannot give birth to a goat. A lion cannot give birth to a war gecko. It's not possible. So for Traoré to have come out of Burkina Faso, right, it means that, the people there are different. Togo, Congo, DRC had their own. They messed it up. I don't know when next DRC is going to have something like that again. They had their own. They messed it up. But now, like I said, it's the level of fight in the people of Burkina Faso. For people to wake up from their sleep at that time, 11 p.m. in the night, they were sleeping. You could see from those people's faces, they were sleeping. The youths were on a whole different level of energy. Now, what shocked me was the adults, the old people among them. Man, if Damiba was present that night, there would never be a need for maybe any judicial hearing or whatsoever. I'm telling you, have you witnessed a situation where when people grip you, just hold you, there will be no blood flow. Hypoxia everywhere. Hypoxia everywhere. So when I saw that brief display right there, it tells the entire story about the people. It tells the entire story about the people. Traoré said they needed the VDP. They need VDP. They got 90,000 men and women that see, even women. That's the shocking aspect for me, right? Women that are ready. And I noticed something during the VDP training. The women were even firing even the more accurate shots. So right now in Burkina Faso, to coup those people, right? You are not queuing Traoré. You are not, forget it, you are not queuing Traoré. To kill those people is impossible. The reason why the imperialists want Traoré out. See, this is Damiba is going to suffer. He's going to get, he's going to get it, right? But this is about the people that sent Damiba. Now they're going to get the message loud and clear. Because they've been getting it and they continue to try. They cannot. Burkina Faso is not a place you can infiltrate anyhow. It's about the people. For you to infiltrate the place, you need the people. You think if they have the opportunity today that Burkina Faso is already bought out, you think they won't come today? They will come before 12. But because it's not. See, you will have bad people. You will have bad people. But the number of good people significantly outnumbers the bad people. No, what I think, look, brother, thank you for this question. Right now, the Togolese have earned the right to be trusted by the Burkinabes. I'm sorry, a lot of people might have their reservation for Togo, but right now, the Togolese have earned the reputation to be trusted. And let me tell you why I have this feeling, right? I heard that after Damiba was detained, Burkina Faso filed the extradition before he was detained. There were a lot of players that were working actively for Togo to dismiss that extradition complaint. And they are within the legal right to do so. People are just going to complain and probably get tired. If you know how the hearts of African leaders work, African leaders are, look. So for Traoré, and I'm telling you, there is no way, right? The judicial system in any capacity would have given that order without Traoré Gazimbe, right? Giving that order. If you know how Togolese government work, Traoré Gazimbe stands at a place that is very, very, very heavy. It's never going to be a trap. It will never, ever be a trap. And I'm telling you, the Togolese contributed to getting Damiba out of that place. And Damiba was not really, really popular like that. See, giving people asylum or political asylum or whatsoever asylum, it doesn't make you special. It doesn't make you special. You get what I mean? Traoré Gazimbe, I don't know. See, look, listen, man. Let me not lie to you, man. I don't know how to feel about Traoré Gazimbe. First of all, I love the Togolese people, good people, right? The way we have people from different parts of Africa is joined in different way, okay? The Togolese president, a lot of people are saying that he got an enormous level of pressure from Moscow to release Damiba to Burkina Faso. We know that Russia has their own political interests, and finding a way to get Damiba to Burkina Faso is very, very, very important. Okay. But again, I think the question still goes down to the Togolese people. The economy of Togo, is it suffering? Are the people of Togo, are they suffering? Is there anything the people of Togo needs to have, right, that they don't? I think the problem with the president of Togo is a problem of thinking from the monarchical perspective. I think they said his father passed the leadership down to him. So for him to get out of power, you can see that he somehow strategically positioned himself in another place. Not really like the main guy, but he positioned himself in another position that still is still going to be the main guy. Now, let me say something. Let me say something very clearly. You see that position he occupies? I am looking at that position too. And I'm thinking for a second that, I think I might like this position too. Only him is looking like a deep state on his own. Togolese have low cost of living. Go to Togo to import stuffs. Thank you very much. Things are very cheap in Togo and Benin. See, when you ship something from Benin and Togo and you ship it into Nigerians are survivalists. Look, let me not lie to you. Nigerians are dangerously strong when it comes to mindset, when it comes to, I don't know. If you look at the cost of things in those countries, if you look at the currency, if you look at everything, you guys are enjoying. I won't lie to you, right? If you convert Naira to your currency, and it's not like the way the Naira is falling, the people's this thing is increasing. No, everything is falling, is coming down. But Nigerians are still struggling with it. If Nigeria has, okay, let's say what the Togolese have when it comes to their current state of living, right? Nigerians are going to be telling you that they are okay, right? But we know that the better people's status of living gets, the more they will ask, the more they will continue to request. But I won't lie to you, right? If the Togolese, if they experience anything close to what the Nigerians are experiencing, then I can tell you actively that, okay, Faure Gazimbe has ticked every box to get out of that position. The Togolese military are working like thunder. Do you know that the Togolese military work hand in hand with the Burkinabe military? When the Burkinabe military are chasing jihadists towards Togo, the Togolese make sure that everywhere is not a hotel for the terrorists. The terrorists don't move in. Like the Togolese military, I have seen some of their counter-terrorism like display, like what they do. Man, these guys, they send the terrorists beyond the world beyond. Like these guys are extremely dangerous. And they are very, very capable. You can't say that for the Beninese troops. They run more than 30 kilometers into their they run more than 30 kilometers into their territory. Do you know that? Thank you so much, brother. Do you know that the Burkinabe troops, right? Captain Ibrahim Traoré had to send offensive drones, to go and defend the people, the armed forces of Benin. You see, all those things, right? All those things, they led to the past category coup in Benin. Because even the Beninese forces, you know, the capabilities are not there. France continue to do this kabuki theater in, now I have to mention their name finally. They continue to do this amphibious landing and all this. They just continue to tell different lies. They say they are doing one military. Is it France that cannot defend? See, if every African country follows the military template of Burkina Faso, I will not lie to you, Africa will be almost the defense will be almost impregnable. You need boots on the ground for you to infiltrate now. You need boots on the ground. Missile alone cannot do it. Africa. But a lot of neighboring countries are playing around. Like Benin Republic. How do you tell me you are a soldier and you are running 30 kilometers into your... The news is out there. They ran 30 kilometers. It was reported by one of the, jihadist sources that they ran 30 kilometers into their territory. And as I was saying that, I was still thinking, how is it possible? Is it possible? Then Captain Ibrahim Traoré brought the information about, sending the drone forces to go and help them. Those missiles that they drop, they are not cheap. But for the spirit of solidarity and brotherhood, Captain Ibrahim Traoré said it, that the way the military see threats, security threat, they see it as if, when it affects you, it's affecting them. And they sent to Benin to go and help. But Patrice Talon, the way his face looks, that's the way his brain, that's the way the way his brain is like, manufactured to think. Very, very selfish human being. So Pascategri knows that they are very, very so much behind on capabilities. That's why they launched that coup d'etat. They are so Benin Republic is so behind. I'm telling you, Patrice Talon, now will probably give the power to, they will probably make sure that power goes to someone that, that power goes to someone that, is going to continue from where he left off. And now let me tell you something. If the AES had interest in that coup, right? If the AES were in support of Pascategri, look, I will tell you something. Geopolitically, they are not wrong. Because, you see, the security situation and the type of person you have in power within your neighboring states is very, very important to your own security. Because if you have a criminal in the other states, the military are already emasculated, they are not even functioning like a military, you will have problem too. If the Burkinabes are not doing their homework, you can't tell me that Northern Ghana is going to, be having fun like that. Terrorists are going to be disturbing too. But the Burkinabes are doing their due diligence. The Ghanaians are equally doing their due diligence. But when you look at Mali, you have Mauritania, right? And you have Algeria. That's why there's so much trouble. There is so much trouble because these two countries, you know what I'm talking about. Niger has Chad. If you look at the counter, look, this thing I'm explaining, I want you to get it. Look at Niger Republic. The ambush comes once in a while. And when it comes, it's always huge. When it comes, it's always huge, right? Recently, they are now neutralizing the terrorists like crazy. Both Boko Haram and the Boko Haram are extravasating into Niger Republic from Nigeria. I think I posted the video. I think I posted one of the videos where they captured some Boko Haram. Boko Haram are from Nigeria. Niger is doing their due diligence. Is Nigeria doing the whole, the due diligence they're supposed to do? It's recently now that we are beginning to see something different in Nigeria. We are beginning to see something. Nigeria is trying to throw some Nigeria is trying to throw some salvo. Well, me, I don't know. I won't lie to you, I don't know. Because now, 1 second you hear that, okay, Nigeria killed 40 terrorists in Borno State. And just the next seconds, you will get another information that you will be like, I thank God I have not dropped this information. Even though the information you are about to drop is true, The terrorists just claim some scabs somewhere that if you mention this, people are going to think like, who is this guy or what are you talking about? Right? It's very hard, very, very hard, almost shocking to defend Nigeria. To defend, like, and I know the military are fighting, right? But 1 second they are here, another second this is happening here. So who is controlling, who is dictating the tempo? So Niger would not be having, shout out to you, brother, shout out to you, shout out to you. Oh, another Ghanaian in the house, probably. So, like, if Nigeria is doing what they're supposed to do, Niger will have peace. Peace, you know, Niger is very close to Chad. Chad is doing their own job, right? Chad is doing our own job. So, you know, a united Africa is a peaceful Africa. So imagine a situation where, God, this is disappointing on some of these traitor leaders, right? Imagine that down south, Mali and everybody don't have any problem. See, I don't know where these borders are coming from. So imagine a situation where everybody is on their 10 toes when it comes to counterterrorism. From the south, from Benin, Ivory Coast, Togo, everybody. Nigeria, everybody. Burkina Faso will not have to worry. Mali will not have to worry. Niger will not have to worry. But because some of these leaders, this only means that some of these leaders down south, in West Africa, along the coastal line, it means that they are probably assets. They are political stools. They are paid off. That's what it means. So, I mean, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, they are doing a lot of, I mean, those guys are working incredibly well. They are working incredibly well. I won't lie. Look at the capabilities that the Malians just brought into the building. The little capability that they were, you know, that. Let me tell you something, right? The way the Malians are moving right now, it will come to a point. The terrorists will not be able to sustain the war again. They would not be able to sustain it. I was talking to a Chinese agent, right? And she was telling me that to buy military equipment from China, you really, really don't need to pay with cash. You can pay with resources. You can pay with a lot of things. So it's going to get to a level that the AES states will be able to sustain the war. They will be able to destroy the enemy, but the enemy will not have the financial resources to respond. And where is this going to be dictated? It's going to be dictated after the Russia-Ukraine war. The birth of multipolar world is going to be the end of a lot of aggressors in Africa. The people that bring terrorism to Africa will not have that impunity anymore. Because that by that time, we would have moved from depending on paper to depending on resources. The prices of silver is changing now. So very soon, everything will change. Oh, you are a Ghanaian, but you've not given up on Nigeria. Oh, thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate the Ghanaians in the building. You know, Nigeria has not really gotten that decisive player. You know, that politician that will liberate Nigeria, you know, that has enough, you know, brutality to face the enemies of the state, and the love and the empathy for the people to make sure that Nigerians, you know, can live as Nigerians within Nigeria. To look, let me tell you something. To help Nigeria will be difficult too. Do you know that? Oh, man. To save it, you see what is going on in Botswana currently. So to save a country that is falling under democracy is very hard. The reason why it's working for Ibrahim Traoré is that oh, thank you, salute to you, brother from Zambia. Salute to you, brother. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you for coming into the building. You know, this is the opportunity we have to bring our brothers from all over the place and our sisters from all over Africa together, right? Nobody, it's not, the leaders are not going to give the order, right? We have to appreciate ourselves first before all else. Before all else. And we have to know that every time we're out there, we carry the image of Africa wherever we are. We must work with dignity and integrity. And we must always have that consciousness that we can't just do anything anyhow. The world is watching. You are a representative of where you're from. So that is why we continue to do what we are doing. So the reason why I have so much interest, I won't lie, I have interest in all of Africa, but I have so much interest in Burkina Faso is because I used to think that integrity and Africa was something very, very far from each other because of the level of bribery that has happened in the past to take out some of the revolutionary leaders. But when you look at Burkina Faso and you look at the level at which the people are ready to fight for their leader, it's just different. Nigerians used to believe that I think the problem of Nigeria is episodic. Like Nigeria's problem, right, is chapter by chapter. So the fastest way to destroy Nigeria's problem. Oh, welcome to the building, brother from Zambia. Oh, thank you so much. The best way to destroy Nigeria's problem, right? Nigeria's problem needs to be destroyed. Is to get in a position to show the Nigerians how it can be done. And it means you will be going to war. A complete war against the imperialists, the corrupt Nigerian politicians that have been embezzling money. It means you have to go to war against the foolish ones, the ones that because they see a political leader that is always stealing, right? They've been so manipulated to the point that they see him as a god, right? So you have to go against you have to recalibrate people. And to recalibrate people, it means that you have to, the first thing for you to start to finish, to make Nigeria stand on its feet again is to go after corruption. And you have to go after corruption decisively, you know. And I'm not talking about just ordinary decisively. You are talking about, a lot of death sentences have to be, issued out to a lot of people. When you look at somebody stealing 20 billion, some amount of money is equivalent to death sentence. I don't know how anybody wants to prove it. Because that's the reason why some Nigerians are in Libya. That's the reason why some Nigerians are in Italy. That's the reason why some Nigerians are somewhere. Like, if you should leave your country, you should leave your country because you just want to, because you just want to live for other. It should not be because life is so hard for you. So when I see some Nigerians having issues somewhere, it always falls back to the people that. And one thing about the Nigerian authority realized that Nigerians are no longer generating money from within Nigeria. Then the income tax came in. See, when you are dealing with Nigerians, you are dealing with a different type of you are dealing with a different you are dealing with a different level of beast entirely. I'm telling you. The more intelligent Nigerians are, the more difficult it is to go to war against the criminals within the state. I am seeing the way the people in Botswana, right? The people there, the tax info is going to the tax is going to be very, very devastating, you know. So for me, I I know that Tinubu's regime, the last 4 years is a waste for me. Like that was 4 years taken away from me, right? That was 4 years taken away from my life. I know what I'm saying. So, and I'm contributing very like I'm a federal civil servant. Like I do my best. I play my role, you know, the best way I'm supposed to play it. So that's why I'm not. They are going to start very soon. They are going to start. You know, it's already been implemented and all of that. You know, that's why I am planning to get out of Nigeria within, but to another African country. You know, I'm planning to get out of Nigeria within now till May. Yeah, I can't continue to stay in this country. It will give you brain drain. Senegambia in the building. Oh, shout out to you, brother. You know, even if Tinubu goes, right? If Nigeria gets better, good luck, you know. Go to Gambia. Okay, okay, okay. I am like all options are available for me. Like I'm not I am not like so one country I'm looking at currently is Namibia, right? Namibia, but I don't know, you know. And why I love Namibia is because of Netumbo Nandi. Is because of Netumbo Nandi. She's a good leader, very, very good leader. And I look at the people that are working alongside with Netumbo Nandi. You know, these people have a lot of credibility. I know that they have their own battle, right? They have their own battle with the you know the people that are interested in the resources of Namibia. But at the end of the day, you know, they have a good governance. They have a good government. For Botswana, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in Botswana for reasons I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in Ghana too. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in Ghana. Ghana is a very good country. It's almost the best country for me. Like Ghana is very close to Nigeria. You know, Ghana is very good. Yeah, Rwanda. Oh man, Rwanda is a very, very good country. We have a lot of good countries in Africa, right? But I don't know. Like I've not made that decision. Rwanda is a very, very good country, but I'm just looking for a country where I could end up in Burkina Faso. Actually, I could end up in Burkina Faso. You know, I could end up in Niamey, you know, I could end up anywhere, but it has to be a black African country. Yeah, Lesotho is a very good country too, but um it has to be a black African country. I'm not going to let Tinubu destroy, you know, I'm not going to let Tinubu, right, destroy another 4 years of my life. I'm a Yoruba person. But I don't know where that I don't know where that tribalism came from. I'm not going to let a old man that is finished, very corrupt, destroy another 4 years of my life. See, look, brother, let me tell you something. You said Sierra Leone is beautiful, but it's extremely hard. Now, let me say this to you. You see, wherever I am, it's always good because I carry people along with me, right? Um, like my everybody around me that you know I like people play the role, right? That's how I live. Play a role, contribute, play a role. Like I don't like where I am in an environment and somebody is not doing something. Like if we want to build a community, let everybody come together. Whatever you can do, play a role, right? And whatever I make sure like everybody is happy. The happiness of everyone is how I get my own peace, right? I don't get my peace when I'm looking at somebody next to me is not happy and all of that. No, 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 no. I'm not a religious person, but I live my life for humanity. That is how I live my life. So, a lot of good African countries, you know. So I am really, really looking at it. Burkina Faso will be very, very good for me, you know, and I will be very, very interested in the counterterrorism aspect. And, you know, I will have a lot of good information, you know. My interest is to see when people start talking somehow, sometimes I look at them and I think critically, what is their interest? Okay. You see, the interest comes first. See, every country has a slum. Every country has a ghetto. Every country has dirty gutters. Somewhere Morocco has, Algeria has. So every country has somewhere, and every country has a downside. They have that thing about like that they're not showing to the media. So when I see some people come on internet and be like, oh, this country, like, I'll be like, oh, no. So your interest should be, what is the good thing that is going on? Yeah. You know, what is the good thing? That UK, thank you very much, they have ghettos, okay? So when and every country has traitors. Every country has traitors. Every country has people that believe that they are greater than some people, maybe based on tribalism or whatever. Every country has extremists, okay? But the thing is, when you are pro-African, it means that regardless of the low end, you are still ready to look at the bright side. Look, see, oh God, the Western media have never ever shown anybody these particular things about them, but they want to let you, when they show Paris in France, they show the most beautiful places. And a lot of people in Africa have been deceived for so long that they want to go because they believe that everywhere there is like that. Some people come to Burkina Faso. Oh, they believe that, oh, Burkina Faso is purple hibiscus and rose flowers and all of that. Maybe you'll probably be picking gold on the floor. Maybe that's their intention. Maybe, oh, you pour your hand into the floor and you pack gold. No. My dad used to tell me one thing, that a lizard in Nigeria will not become an alligator somewhere. It's dog mindset at all time. I can survive in any country on the planet. If you can survive in Nigeria, the Nigerians in the comment section know this. If you can survive in Nigeria, you can survive in anywhere on this planet. If I get to some countries, I will even do better. Nigeria is diabolic in this country. You don't understand. A lot of people don't understand. There are some places in Nigeria where some people don't know if they are going to live till morning. And they are still there. They are there. Like, some people bandits just came to attack and they are still there. Oh man, look, a lot of people don't understand that it takes grit and heart to be a Nigerian. The government is not, see, we've forgotten that there is a thing as government. Nigerians are forgetting that there is a thing as, like, that is called resources. I don't even know if those things exist. I don't know what it looks like. Babe, does the resources of Nigeria benefit anybody? Like, do we even know if there is resources in this country? Nobody. No, like, Nigerians don't even care. Nigerians live their life on their hustle. But still, you have a government that is going after those Nigerians, like, going after, like, so when I saw the people in Botswana and they are like, we don't have water, I was like, man, are you kidding me? You don't have water and you want President Duma Boko to leave power because you don't have water. You think if Nigeria has Duma Boko, do you think we would even worry for a second? Nigerians are not asking for too much. But again, like I said, we've missed Damiba. And we are happy he's back home. Damiba, We miss you. I'm so I'm the happiest man on the planet that Damiba is back. We want to love him specially. Now he will answer a lot of questions. He will answer the Damiba will have to answer every question in the textbook because we've been waiting for him. Oh man, Damiba will have to change right now. If he has grown beards, now we need to shave the beards off. Because now we have to recruit Damiba. We want to recruit Damiba again because he has gone to. We don't know where he went, but now we are going to recruit Damiba. He's about to go to some of the most episodic moment of his life. I'm telling you, and we'll be waiting patiently because Burkina Faso is not that slow. Very soon we'll get the comments. We'll get his own side of the story, and it will be very, 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 very interesting. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you all for coming to the house. Good numbers today, like 245. But one thing about the Android community that I love so much about this community is that this community, we don't really worry about numbers. We don't worry about, all we worry about is to have a good family time. And to be honest with ourselves, that is one thing that I hold this community so much. Honesty to the very end. Integrity till the very end. So, and it is in this moment that I want to bid you all farewell. And please, as a tactical civilian, I want you all to stay dangerous because your life depends on it. And if you are not in a country that is dangerous like mine, please stay safe at all times. Thank you, and God bless you.